Hi everyone, today my video is on the significance of C-peptide levels in the blood of the diabetic patients. So, we all know that diabetes mellitus is a disease caused either due to the deficiency of insulin, that is due to the lack of production of insulin from the beta cells of pancreas, or because of insulin resistance at the peripheral level, at the level of the tissues, when the insulin production is normal, right? So let's say a patient came to a doctor, and doctor must identify if the diabetes in this patient is because of insulin deficiency, or is it because of insulin resistance. So now what the doctor does is he will order for the C-peptide levels in the blood, the lab investigation. So now what is this C-peptide and where is it coming from? This is a diagram showing the pancreas, and as you all know, pancreas is divided into exocrine pancreas and endocrine pancreas. Now as you all know, endocrine pancreas contain what is called islets of Langerhans, and the islets of Langerhans contain alpha cells, beta cells, delta cells, and pancreatic polypeptide cells. Now the beta cells are what they produce the hormone called insulin, as we all know. But here the point is, insulin is not produced as such directly from the beta cells, but it is produced as a precursor hormone called pre-proinsulin. Now the pre-proinsulin is cleaved to form proinsulin, which is also the inactive form. Now the proinsulin cleaves to form insulin and the C-peptide. Now from the proinsulin, insulin and C-peptide are formed and released into the bloodstream from the endocrine part of the pancreas. This insulin and the C-peptide that are released into the bloodstream are in equimolar concentrations, which means the levels of insulin and the levels of C-peptide are the same here. Now what happens to the fate of insulin and C-peptide after they are released into the bloodstream? This insulin is utilized for glucose metabolism at the peripheral level, but the C-peptide levels remain unchanged in the blood. So if we want to know if the beta cells are functioning, that is if the beta cells are producing normal amount of insulin into the bloodstream, we can check the levels of C-peptides in the blood. We cannot check the levels of insulins in the blood and confirm like beta cell function is abnormal or something, because insulin is constantly being utilized at the periphery. So instead of checking for the insulin levels in the blood, checking the C-peptide levels in the blood will give us a better idea about the beta cell function. So let's say a patient's C-peptide levels are decreased in his blood, which means there is a decreased insulin production from the pancreas also. So what are the times when insulin production is decreased from the beta cells of pancreas means? Usually when there is a destruction to the beta cells of pancreas. And when is this beta cells destroyed means? Usually in autoimmune diseases like consider GAD antibodies, glutamic acid decarboxylase antibodies, which are autoimmune antibodies to the beta cells of pancreas that can destroy the beta cells. So what happens when the beta cells are destroyed? Insulin is not produced, when we call it the type 1 diabetes mellitus. But make a note that destruction of the beta cells doesn't always mean the patient has type 1 diabetes, because there may not be always GAD antibodies, or there may not be an idiopathic cause. Sometimes conditions like glucotoxicity or lipotoxicity, this toxicity will temporarily destroy the beta cells of the islets of Langerhans, and if we correct these underlying conditions like glucotoxicity or lipotoxicity in the patients, so there will be reversal of this condition, like the beta cells will start producing the islets of the insulin once again. So when we see decrease in C-peptide levels, and when we think there is beta cell destruction. We also have to check for the glucotoxicity or lipotoxicity before going to the diagnosis of type 1 diabetes mellitus. So consider in this patient the C peptide levels are normal. When the C peptide levels are normal, which means the beta cells are producing normal amounts of insulin also. But the C peptide levels and the insulin levels are normal in concentration, and the beta cell function is normal, but still the patient is having diabetes mellitus, which means the diabetes is not because of the lack of insulin production, but it is because of the insulin resistance at the tissue level. So finally, at the end of the video, just by estimating the C peptide levels in the blood of a diabetic patient, we can diagnose if the patient is having insulin deficiency or insulin resistance.